Hello, welcome to yet another session of Test Reading Club. Today we are bringing to you the play Tragedy of Macbeth, written by Shakespeare, the greatest writer and dramatist of English literature. It is thought to have been first performed in 1606. It dramatizes the play Macbeth dramatizes the damaging physical and psychological effects of political ambition on those who seek power for their own sake. Hope you enjoy reading with us. Scene 1, Thunder and Lightning. Enter three witches.
When shall we three meet again? In thunder, lightning, or in rain?
When the hurly-burly's done, when the battle's lost and won.
That will be ever the set of sun. Where the place?
Upon the heath.
There to meet with Macbeth. I come, Gramalkin.
Padgog calls.
And I.
Fear is
foul,
and
foul
is
fear.
fear. Hover through the air
One.
fill the
The
air.
air.
They all exit. Scene 2, Alarum Within. Enter King Duncan, Malcolm, Donalbain, Lennox with attendants meeting a bleeding captain.
What bloody man is that? He can report as seemeth by his plight of the revolt, the new estate.
This is the sergeant who, like a good and hardly soldier, fought. Chains my captivity. Hail, brave friend, say to the king the knowledge of the bride, as thou didst leave it.
Doubtful it stood, as two spent swimmers that do cling together and choke their art, the merciless Macdonald, worthy to be a rebel, for to that the multiplying villainies of nature do swarm upon him. From the western isles of kerns and gallow glasses is supplied, and fortune on his damned quarrel smiling showed like a rebel swore. But all's too weak for brave Macbeth. Well, he deserves that name. Disdaining fortune with his brandished steel, which smoked with bloody execution, like valor's minion, carved out of his passage, till he till he faced the slave, which never shook hands nor bade farewell to him, till he unseamed him from the nape to the chops, and fixed his head upon our battlements.
O valiant cousin, worthy gentleman!
And whence the sun gins his reflection, ship walking storms and direful thunders break. So from that spring whence comfort seemed to come, discomfort swell. Mark, King of Scotland, mark. No sooner justice had with valor armed, compelled these skipping kerns to trust their heels, but the Norwegian lord surveying vantage, with furbished arms and new supplies of men, began a fresh assault.
Dismayed not this our captains, Macbeth and Banquo.
Yes, a sparrow, eagles, or the hare, the lion, if I say sooth, I must report they were as cannons overcharged with double cracks. So they doubly redouble strokes upon foe, except they meant to bathe in reeking wounds, or memorize another Golgotha. I cannot tell, but I am faint. My gashes cry for help.
So well thy words become thee as thy wounds. They smack of honor both. Go, get him, sergeants.
The captain is led off by attendants. Enter Rose and Angus.
Who comes here?
The worthy Thane of Ross.
What haste looks through his eyes, so should he look,
that seems to speak things strange.
God, save the king.
Whence camest thou, worthy Thane?
From five, great king, where the Norwegian banners flout the sky. And fan our people cold, Norway himself, with terrible numbers, assisted by that most disloyal traitor, the Thane of Cawdor, began a dismal conflict, till that Bellona's bridegroom, lapped in proof, confronted him with self-comparisons, point against point, rebellious arms against arm, cumbling his lavish spirit, and to conclude, the victory fell on us.
Great happiness.
That now Svano, the Norway's king, craves composition, nor would we design him burial of his men, till he bestows at St. Paul's Inch $10,000 to our general use.
No more that Thane of Cawdor shall deceive our bosom interest. Go, pronounce his present death, and with his former title, greet Macbeth.
I will see it done.
What he hath lost, noble Macbeth hath won.
They all exit. Scene 3, Thunder, enter the three witches.
Where hast thou been, sister?
Killing swine.
Sister, where thou? A sailor's wife had chestnuts in her lap and munched and munched and munched. Give me, quoth I, aren't thee witch? The rum-fed Runion cries, her husband's to Alope, gone, master over tiger. But in a sea, I will pick the side, and like a rat without a tail, I will go, I will do, and I will do.
I will give thee a wing.
Thou art kind, and I another. I myself have all the other, and the very ports they blow, all the quarters that they know. In the shipman's card, I will drain him dry as hay. Sleep shall neither night nor day hang upon his penthouse lid. He shall live a man forbid, weary 7 nights, 9 times 9 shall he dwindle, peak and pine. Though his bark cannot be lost, yet it shall be tempest
Cannot
tossed.
be.
Look what I have.
Show me, show me.
Here I have a pilot stamp, wrapped as homeward he did come.
Drum within.
within. A drum! A drum! Macbeth doth come!
All the three witches dancing in a circle.
The
Weird sisters, hand in hand, posters of
the
sea
and
and
land. Thus
thus to go about, thrice to thine
and
and
thrice
thrice
to mine, and
and thrice again To make
up night.
night.
Peace,
Peace. The
the
charm
charms
wound
wound
up.
up.
Enter Macbeth and Banquo. So foul and fair a day I have not seen.
How far scorched forests! What are these, so withered and so wild in their attire, that look not like the inhabitants of the earth, and yet are on't? Live you, or are you out, that man may question? You seem to understand me, by each at once her choppy finger laying upon her skinny lips. You should be women, and yet your beards forbid me to interpret that you are so.
Speak if you can. What are you?
All hail Macbeth! Hail to thee, Thane of Glamis!
All hail Macbeth. Hail to thee, Thane of Cawdor.
All hail Macbeth! That shalt be king hereafter!
Good sir, why do you start and seem to fear things that do sound so fair? I of the name of truth, are you fantastical, or that indeed which outwardly you show? My noble partner, you greet with pleasant grace and great prediction of noble having and of royal hope, that he seems rugged withal. To me you speak not. If you can look into the seeds of time, and say which grain will grow and which will not, speak then to me, who neither beg nor fear your favors nor your hate.
Hail!
Hail!
Hail! Lesser than Macbeth and greater!
Not so happy, yet much happier.
Thou shalt get kings, though be none. So all hail Macbeth and Banquo. Banquo and Macbeth all hail.
Stay, you imperfect speakers. Tell me more. By Sinel's death, I know I am Thane of Glamis. But how of Cawdor? The Thane of Cawdor lives, a prosperous gentleman, and to be the king stands not within the prospect of belief, no more than to be Cawdor. Say from whence you owe this strange intelligence, or why upon this blasted heath you stop our way. With such prophetic greeting, speak, I charge you. Witches vanish.
The earth has bubbles, as the water has, and these are of them. Whither are they vanished?
Into the air, and what seemed corporal melted, as breathe into the wind. Would they had stayed?
Were such things here as we do speak about? Or have we eaten on this insane root that takes the reason prisoner?
Your children shall be kings,
You shall be king.
and Thane of Cawdor too. Went it not so?
To the selfsame tune and words. Who is here?
Enter Ross and Angus.
The king hath happily received, Macbeth, the news of thy success, and fain he reads thy personal venture in the rebels' fight, his wonders and his praises to contend, which should be thine or his, silenced with that. In weaving over the rest of the self-same play, he finds thee in the stout Norwegian ranks, nothing afraid of that thyself didn't make. Strange image of death as thick as tell, post with post, and everyone did hear thy praises in his kingdom's great defense. and poured them down before him.
We are sent to give thee from our royal master thanks, only to herald thee into his sight, not to pay thee.
And for an earnest of a greater honor, he paid me, for from him all the thane of powder, in which addition hell most worthy thane, for it is thine.
What? Can the devil speak true?
The Thane of Cawdor lives. Why do you dress me in borrowed robes?
Who was the thane lives yet, but under heavy judgment, bears that life which he deserves to lose, whether he was combined with those of Norway, or did lie in the rebel with hidden help and vantage, or that with both he labored in his country's wrack. I know not, but treason capital, confessed and proved, have overthrown him.
Macbeth aside, Glamis and Thane of Cawdor, the greatest is behind. Macbeth to Ross and Angus, thanks for your pains. Macbeth aside to Banquo, do you not hope your children shall be kings, when those that gave the Thane of Cawdor to me promised no less to them?
That trusted home might yet rekindle you into the crown, besides the Thane of Cawdor, but it's strange, and oftentimes to win us to our harm. The instruments of darkness tell us truths, win us with honest trifles, to betray us in deepest consequence. Cousins, a word, I pray you.
Macbeth and Banquo step aside, Macbeth aside to himself. Two truths are told as happy prologues to the swelling act of the imperial theme. I thank you, gentlemen. This supernatural soliciting cannot be ill, cannot be good. If ill, why had it given me earnest of success commencing in a truth? I am Thane of Cawdor. If good, why do I yield to that suggestion whose horrid image doth unfix my hair and make my seated heart knock at my ribs? Against the use of nature, present fears are less than horrible imaginings. My thought, whose murder yet is but fantastical, sex so my single state of man. That function is smothered in surmise, and nothing is but what is not. Banco.
Look how your partner's wrapped.
Macbeth aside. If chance will have me king, why chance may crown me without master?
New honors come upon him, like our strange garments. Cleave not to their mold, but with the aid of use.
Come what may come, time and the hours run through the roughest day.
Worthy Macbeth, we stay upon your leisure.
Give me your favor, my dull brain was roused with things unforgotten. Kind gentlemen, your pains are registered where every day I turn, the least to read them. Let us toward the king, aside to Banquo. Think upon what has chanced, and at more time. The interim having wasted, let us speak our free hearts to each other.
Very gladly.
Till then, enough. Come, friends, they all exit. Scene 4 Flourish. Enter King Duncan, Lennox, Malcolm, Donalbain, and attendants.
Is execution done on Cawdor? Are not those in commission yet returned?
My liege, they are not yet come back, but I have spoke with one that I saw him die. Who did report that very frankly he confessed his presence, implored your highness pardon, and said for
A deep
implored your highness pardon and said for a deep repentance. Nothing in his life became him like the leaving it. He died as one that had been studied in his death. to throw away the dearest thing he owned as it were a careless trifle.
There is no art to find mind's construction on the face. He was a gentleman on whom I built an absolute trust.
Enter Macbeth, Banquo, Ross, and Angus.
O worthiest cousin, the sin of my ingratitude even now was heavy on me. Thou art so far before the swiftest wing of recompense is slow to overtake thee. Would thou hadst less deserved that the proportion both of thanks and payment might have been mine. Only I have left to say, more is thy due than more than all can pay.
The service and the loyalty I owe in doing it pays itself, Your Highness. Part is to receive our duties, and our duties are to your throne and state children and servants, which do but what they should be by doing everything, save toward your love and honor.
Welcome hither. I have begun to plan thee and will labor to make thee full of growing. Noble Banquo, that hast no less deserved, no must be known no less to have done so. Let me enfold thee and hold thee to my heart.
There, if I grow, the harvest is your own.
My plenteous joys, wanton in fullness, seek to hide themselves in drops of sorrow. Sons, kinsmen, thanes, and you whose places are the nearest, know we will establish our estate upon our eldest, Malcolm, whom we name hereafter the Prince of Cumberland, which honor must not unaccompanied invest him only, but signs of nobleness like stars shall shine on all deservers, from hence to Inverness and bind us further to you.
The rest is labor which is not used for you. I will be myself the harbinger and make joyful the hearing of my wife with your approach. So humbly take my leave.
My worthy Cawdor,
Macbeth aside to himself. The Prince of Cumberland? That is a step on which I must fall down or else overleap. For in my way lies stars, hide your fires. Let not light see my black and deep desires. The eye wink at the hand, yet let that be which the eye fears. And when it is done, to see, he exits.
true worthy Banquo, he is full so valiant, and in his commendations I am fed. It is a banquet to me. Let's after him, whose care is gone before to bid us welcome. He is a peerless kinsman.
Flourish, they all exit. Scene 5. Enter Macbeth's wife alone with a letter. Lady Macbeth reading the letter.
They met me in the day of success, and I have learned by the perfect report they have more in them than mortal knowledge. When I burn in desire to question them further, they made themselves air into which they vanished. Whilst I stopped wrapped in the wonder of it comes missives from the king, who all held me then of Cawdor, by which title before this were sisters and salute me, and referred me to the coming on the time with hell, king that shalt be. These have I thought good to deliver thee, my desperate partner, to greatness, that thou might not loss and due to rejoicing by the being ignorant of what greatness he promised thee.
Lay it to thy heart and farewell. Clemens thou art, and Cawdor, and shall be what thou art promised. Yet do I fear thy nature. It is too full of the milk of human kindness to catch the nearest way. Thou wouldst speak great, art now without ambition, but without the illness should attend it. What thou wouldst highly, that wouldst thou holily, wouldst not play false, and yet would strongly win. That's the that have great clamors, that which cries, thou thou must do, if thou have it, and that which rather thou dost fear to do, than why wishes should be undone. Hie thee hither, that I may pour my spirits in thine ear, and chastise with the valour of my tongue all that impedes thee from the golden round, which fate and metaphysical aid doth seem to have thee crowned withal. Andrew Messenger, what is your tidings?
The king comes here tonight.
Thou art mad to say it.
Thou. Okay, continue.
Thou art mad to say it. Is not thy master with him? Who, were it so, would have informed for preparation.
So please you, it is true. Our Thane is coming. One of the day my fellows had speed of him, who, almost dead for breath, had scarcely more than would make up his message.
He brings great news. The Ravan himself is Horus and croaks the fatal anthems of Duncan under my battlements. Come, you spirits that tend on mortal thoughts, and unsex me here, and fill me from the crown to the top full of direst cruelty. Make thick my blood, stuff off the excess and passes to remorse, that no compensates visitings of nature, seek my fell purpose, nor keep peace between the effect and it. Come to my woman breast and take my milk for gall, and murdering ministers wherever you are slightling substance, you wet on nature's mischiefs. Come and thick night, and you pale in the dusted smoke of hell, that my knife and see the wood it makes. No heaven peep through the blanket of the dark to cry, hold, hold, hold.
Enter Macbeth. Lady Macbeth.
Great glams over the cowder, great then both by the all hell hereafter. The letters have transported me beyond this ignorant present, and I feel now the future in the instant.
My dearest love, Duncan comes here tonight.
And where goes Hans?
Tomorrow, as he purposes.
Oh, never. Shall son that morrow see your face, my thorn, and is a book where man may read strange matters to beguile the time and look like the time. Bear welcome in our eye and hand, and your tongue look like the innocent flower. But be the serpent under it, he that coming must be provided for, and you shall put this night great business into my dispatch, whistle to all our nights and days to come. Give slowly sovereign sway and masterdom.
We will speak further.
Only look up clear. To all alter favor ever is to fear. Leave all the rest to me.
They exit. Scene 6. Hot boys and torches. Enter King Duncan, Malcolm, Donalbain, Banquo, Lennox, Macduff, Ross, Angus, and attendants.
This castle has a pleasant seat. The air nimbly and sweetly recommends itself unto us in gentle senses.
Banquo.
This gust of summer, The temple haunting martlet does approve, by his loud machinery, that the heaven's breath smells wooingly here. No duty, freeze, betrays, nor coin of vantage, but this bird had made his pendant bed and procreant cradle where they most breed and haunt. I have observed, the air is delicate.
Enter Lady Macbeth.
See our honored hostess. The love that follows us sometimes is our trouble, which still we thank as love. Herein I teach you how you shall bid God ill us for your pain, and thank us for your trouble.
All our service, in every point twice done and then done double, where poor and single business to connect, and against those honors deep and bold, where with your majesty lords our house for those of old, and the late dignities heaped up to them, we raised your hermits.
Where's the Thane of Cawdor? We caused him at the heels, had a purpose to be his purveyor, but he rides well, and his great love, sharp as his spur, hath helped him to his home before us. Fair and noble hostess, we are your guests tonight.
Your servants ever have their themeless themselves and what is their income to make their audit and your highness pleasure and still to return our own.
Give me your hand.
Taking her hand.
Conduct me to mine host. We love him highly and shall continue our graces towards him. By your leave, hostess.
They exit. Scene 7. Hot boys, torches, enter a sewer and diverse servants with dishes and service over the stage. Then enter Macbeth. If it were done when 'tis done, then 'twere well it were done quickly. If the assassination could trample up the consequence and catch with his circuit success, what but this blow might be the be all and the end all here. But here, upon this blank and soul of time, we had jumped to life to come. But in these cases, we still have judgment here, that we but teach bloody instructions, which being taught return to plague the inventor. This even-handed justice commends the ingredients of our poisoned chalice to our own lips, hears in double trust. First, as I am his kinsman and his subject, strong both against the deed, then as his host. We should against his murder shut the door, not bear the knife myself. Besides, this Duncan hath borne his faculties so meek, hath been so clear in his great office, that his virtues will plead like angels, trumpet tongued against the deep damnation of his taking off, and pity like a necked newborn babe striding the blast or heaven's cherubim housed upon the sightless couriers of the air, shall blow the horrid deed in every eye, that tears shall drown the wind. I have no spur to prick the sides of my intent, but only vaulting ambition which overleaps itself and falls on the other. Enter Lady Macbeth. How now? What news?
He has almost supped. Why have you left the chamber?
Has he asked for me?
No, you not be his.
We will proceed no further in this business. He hath honored me of late, and I have bowed golden opinions from all sorts of people, which would be worn now in their newest gloss, not cast aside so soon.
Was the hof drunk? Wherein you dressed yourself? What? It self since and wakes it now to look so green and pale at what it did so freely. From this time such I account thy love. Art thou afraid to be the same in thine own act of valor as thou art in desire? wouldst thou have that which thou esteemed to ornaments of life, and life accounted in thine own esteem? Letting I dare not wait upon I would, like the poor cat, the egg adage.
Prithee, peace. I dare do all that may become a man. Who dares do more is none. Macbeth. Lady Macbeth.
Yes. What beast was it then they made you break this enterprise to me? When you dressed to do it, then you were a man, and to be more than what you were, you would be so much more than man. No time nor place did than other, and yet you would make both. They have made themselves, and that their fitness now does unmake you. I have given suck, and know how tender tis to love the babe that milks me. I would love while it was smiling in my face, have plucked my nipple from his boneless gums and dashed the brains out. Had I so sown as you have done to this?
If we should fail,
We fell. But screw your courage to the sticking place, and we will not fail. When Duncan asleep, his two chamberlains, his two chamberlains will I with wine and a vessel so convince that memory, the water of the brain, shall be fume, and the receipt of reason I limp back only when in swims sleep. Then drenched nature lies in a death. What cannot you? And I perform upon the ungirded Duncan. What not put upon his spongy officer, who shall bear the guilt of our great quell?
bring forth men children only, not thy undaunted metal should compose nothing but males. Will it not be received when we have marked with blood those sleepy two of his own chamber and used their very daggers, that they have done it? Lady Macbeth.
Who, yes, who dares receive each other? As you said, age we shall make our griefs and clamor roar upon his death.
I am settled and bent upon each corporal assent to this terrible feat. Away and mock the time with fairest soul. False face must hide what the false hurt doth know.
They exit. Yay!
End of Act 1 of Macbeth. Thank you for being with us. Thank you to all our readers. Here I am ending the session.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.